Welcome back to Doomworld MegaWAD Club. Was it Zone 400? I'm going to get there in the end. Zone 400 playthrough for August 2021. This is map 8, Natasha Ozone Research. Okay. So I can see a bunch of imps. You can see far more dangerous things just here. I can see a Hell Knight who's been distracted. He must have been just around that corner, I'm guessing, for me to set him off like that. Right. So here we can see some elements of the 400 line limit. So here, the fact that we go sort of flush from one lower texture to a different texture without any kind of divide or an indent. Same over there. We've seen this a fair bit in this map set. It doesn't look as nice as it would if they were offset, but it's the kind of sacrifice you have to make when you've got a reduced line def count. On the other hand, I sincerely hope he's done that with offsetting rather than two shortened lines and not used up lines that he didn't need to use. And you can see that here, he's kind of, Paul's managed to sort of double up in terms of creating line def, in terms of using line defs, so that he's not using up stuff he doesn't have to. I mean, there are other cases where he's probably, and he's been quite clever there. He's used the fact that he's got an indent there to allow him to change the lower texture, or this is actually a middle texture, whereas that's a lower texture, but to change the texture to create a bit of a feel of things being different. He's done the same with these alcoves, where you've got the slightly greenish startan versus the plain white startan, and so forth. So yeah, this is gonna. But on the other hand, this is going to turn into stairs, which is a complete waste of lines. Why do all of this kind of clever thing when you're just going to stick a bunch of stairs in? And, chew up a lot of lines in the process. Well, that's some lousy shooting. And he died in the process. Excellent. Yep, stairs. I can hear them going up. Well, this has saved some lines compared to the diagonal, because triangles are actually very line efficient. So it's a lot fewer lines than if these had been squared off. But still, one elevator would have used even fewer lines. Don't want to grab that. That looks like it's going to... Yep. Fairly anemic kind of trap in the end. Not really something that's going to scare you too much. Surprisingly low key for map 8. Maybe. was about to say, I like the inclusion of the pillar. It's a good way to give you cover to deal with that guy, and then I obviously messed it up completely and wore a plasma ball to the face. But never mind. Oh, shouldn't have picked that up either. Waste of used up ammo that I could have retained. Okay, so don't have a red... Oh, there you go. Ow! Made a mess of that. Again. Ah. Okay, well, we'll try that again. Try not to wear a revenant ball in the face this time. Went better. Alright, so it's crossing that does it, that's fine. We do this. It's quite easy to obviously circumvent traps once you know them. Now, where is... annoying face guy. Okay, that went a lot better this time because, you know, knowing about a trap really does tend to, obviously, reduce its effectiveness. Check that, because, you know, it's a different wall texture. Be a very obvious secret if it was a secret, but... Now, obviously, yeah, there's more down there. This is another good example of where a lack of lines forces you to do something you might not otherwise have done. Typically, you'd put a support insert there or something to break up the fact that those don't align in the y-axis. These two different start hands. Obviously, there weren't the lines available, probably because you put a flight of stairs in the map. Don't do that. Now, I might get infinitely tall if I try to jump off, so I'm not going to try to jump off. Nope. It's funny, I heard them wake up, but then they didn't actually do anything. cat was there. Right, okay. Ah, didn't quite make it. Made that time though. Very nice. It also did something... It also does that, I think. It lowers this. Lowers this back down. I don't know that that might be a distraction to the secret, so that you don't realise you can come back up here. Or so you don't realise you can just run to the secret. 100% armour too. Nice. Took a bit of a pounding there because, wide open space with chain gunners, basically. That's the kind of situation that leads to taking a pounding. Do I need to care about any of those guys? I don't feel like I do. See ya, suckers. So I missed a secret, but got a good one, so I'm not too worried about it. Not a bad map. Still some issues with not actually properly considering line efficiency and therefore making visual sacrifices that weren't necessary. That map had plenty of playthrough for, like there was plenty of content. Again, very linear. It's 3 doors, open one door, open the next door, open the next door. Each one, gives you access. It would be nice to see a more open plan map in the set. Hopefully at some point that'll happen. My usual trick with a low line limit for something like that is to maybe gate it with only 1 door, but there's a couple of different things that you have to do in order to get the key. But the order that you do those different things, those 2 things to get the key, is entirely up to you. So you can go left or right to start with, and those areas will connect up again in some way, and then you'll be able to access the door, and then, you might get a couple of options about where to go after the door even, Non-linearity, it's a thing. At least in terms of, giving the player some choice about the order in which they do things, even if ultimately, they need to clean out all the areas, so it's linear in that aspect. It gives them more choice about how to approach the map. But yeah, there was plenty of gameplay for the 400 line limit, so that's not an issue. But there were some, cases there with stairs and things that didn't need to be like that, where you could have saved 10 or 20 lines easily, and 10 or 20 lines would have made a big difference in terms of adding some visual flair. But yeah, I mean, it's a solid kind of old school feeling because it's low detail map, and I had a good time with it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you in the next one.